Coming to you live from Southern California, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab here, Roki Sasaki. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, it's a three-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
About to get started here, Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Stephen Kwan.
And that's how we get started here in Los Angeles.
Ball, that's low.
Fought off foul. Two and one now. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Chase.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one to first. Freeman takes it himself. Two quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez in the box. He's a player capable of being the engine of a lineup.
Yeah, every team in the league wants a player like this. And plus, he's a big video game guy, which is always a bonus.
Hey.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
The 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Up the middle, bats up with it. In plenty of time to first, and Ramirez is set down. That's out number 3. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Parker Messick. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this
The
one,
leadoff
does he
hitter
have a
tonight,
feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Will Smith leading things off and takes a strike. There's a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. And there's one
Batting
down.
second, right fielder.
Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Kyle Tucker. In the air, left field. Kwan sprinting after it. Makes a nice run and catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, shortstop.
Marcus Lynn Betts, better known as Mookie. He had the opportunity to play in the Seoul Series when the Dodgers kicked off their 2024 season in Korea.
Yeah, and such a cool experience for both teams. Plus, there was a car giveaway for the first player to hit a home run in the series. The winner, Mookie Betts.
Lace down the line, cook the extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay throw, not gonna get him. He's in there.
Batting fourth, left fielder.
Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
They always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Man at second. That's in there. 0-2 now.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. Nothing on the board for the Dodgers in the first. We're back on the show from Chavez Ravine in a few. No score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Oh, and 2 now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1. And that's fouled off. No score here in the second. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. He hauls it in. 2 away.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. There's the strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Just
Nope,
missed.
that's a ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And a 1-2.
That's ball
Fastball
two.
almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fly ball down the line. Hernandez ranging after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in L.A., bottom half of inning number 2, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Hey!
Messick making his first start of the year, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2022. Pitch misses.
Nope.
Ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. The 0-2. Line drive. And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting sixth, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Off the
Ball,
plate.
that's out.
Ball 1.
Ball
He's
2.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches,
Nope.
but even better takes.
And ball
No, that's a
4
ball.
to a board.
Take your bait.
Batting seventh, third baseman, Matt Muncy.
First and second, no outs. Here's Muncy to hit. Big time power. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And a big swing and a miss. Struck him out looking. And that is a big first out. Muncy wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one in the air, right field. Brings it in.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Miguel.
2 aboard with 1 out. Miguel Rojas at the plate.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Dalton rushing, steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Just
Oh,
missed.
that pitch is out.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Will Smith to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
Hey.
Makes the catch. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias.
Those are the pitches that make you wonder if this offense is being too patient with their approach. Lots of fastballs in for strikes, not even a swing. They're more than capable of making contact with those pitches, so they need to let it fly.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. Now one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Very high with that one. And the count's full. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. This one in the air center field. Pajes on his way over. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting 8, catcher,
Austin
Austin Hedges.
Hedges now.
Hey.
And a foul ball. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. First offering, and it just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder.
So the Guardians
Steven
lineup
Kwan.
turns over. Steven Kwan getting ready to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Now quick throw to first. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. One left for the Guardians. They're down 1-0. As we go to the last of the third, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That's off
Nope.
the inside
That's
corner.
inside.
2 balls, no strikes. And another ball.
That's inside.
That one
No,
misses.
ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop, Mookie Mookie Betts.
Mookie digs in here. Doubled his first time up.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And that's just foul. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
1 out man at first. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball.
And that's in for a strike. And 1-1. Man at first, 1 away.
Come on, Teo.
Ball.
That one misses.
Inside.
Ball 3. That one is absolutely belted. Schneemann, long run, can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Golden opportunity right here. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1. Two on, 1 out. And he hits a ground ball right side. Rocchio fires to first in time. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here. And I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Line drive, base hit. Runner from third comes across, and they take a 3-run lead. The throw into second, and he's there with a double.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Runner at second, 2 down. Max Muncy at the dish. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss at a slider. Ball one there. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Inside. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. He caught it behind his back. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the top of the fourth. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians. And that's inside. The inside edge. And it's 1-0. Maybe a surprise here as the bullpen is already stirring. Shohei Ohtani looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Ohtani also throwing. And the 1-0. Not the best swing that time from the first round pick. One and two now. Stays alive. Up the middle, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 so far.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one fouled off. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That ball hit him.
Up next for Cleveland.
First and second, no outs. Kyle Manzardo digs in now. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Oh, that's in.
First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-0. On the ground, 2 ball. Over to second for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Schneeman digs in for the Guardians. He's 0 for 1. First offering way inside, almost got him. Runner at third, 2 away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. He goes down looking. Guardians lead 1. They trail it here 3-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And a quick out, number 1.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Digging in, Dalton rushing.
Hey! There you go.
Gets a check swing. Appeal to third. And that's going to be ruled a swing. The 0-2. Left field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Just off the outside part of the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. And that one clips the corner. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Shohei Ohtani.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So in now for Cleveland, Ryan Rocchio. Struck out swinging his first time.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
The 2-1.
Ball
Just
3.
missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That's a strike. Riccio wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. They'll keep both their challenges. So a man at first. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it's a foul ball. On the ground to third. Muncy. On to first. One away here in the 5th.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher Austin Hedges.
So now with one away and a man at second, Austin Hedges stands in.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Up the middle. Base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. Now down by 2. It's 3-1.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Kind of got it off the end of the bat as he punched up the middle there. Maybe pulled off that outside pitch just a little bit, but he stayed on it long enough to get something on it.
So up next, Angel Martinez. And a swing and a miss there. Martinez in his second season, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball. That's inside.
Hedges leads off first with one away. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. That misses, and the count's even at 2. That one missing inside. In the air to left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Back-to-back singles. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Steven Kwan stepping in now for a critical at bat.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Double play ball to second. There's one. On to Freeman. Double play, inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
The 1-1. On the ground. And foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and There's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Betts takes low. Bullpen activity starting up now. Colby Allard, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Heron warming up as well. The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
Ball, that's down.
In the air, left side. Quan under it. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. He's got it, and that'll do it. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead it 3-1. Back here in L.A., close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Pitching for the Dodgers.
New pitcher for the Dodgers, number 78. He's making his second appearance of the season. Now the number 2 hitter, Chase DeLauder.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Klein getting cranked up as well. Here's a 2-0. Fouled off. He was late. And a 2-1 on the way. Inside, just missed. Swing and a high fly ball left field. One up, one down.
Up next for Cleveland, third baseman Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Hey! Ball, that's outside.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
2-2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a good eye there.
Upstairs.
This one popped up. Rojas gets under it. 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman Kyle Manzardo.
And up next for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Ripped on the ground to second. Rojas with the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland,
now for the bottom of the sixth,
49,
and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Colby Allard.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Here is
Leading
Freddie
off
Freeman.
for the Dodgers, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
Allard fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Oh, and 2 now. That one missed.
And although you like the fact that guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
You know, it's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes, and it's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
Struck him out looking.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-2. Out there to center. Schneemann under it. 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here comes Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
That's in there. That's strike 1. And a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. That is the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, and the score stays 3-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top of inning number 7, Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Ball. Down.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pajes under it. And there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland, second baseman Brian
Here's the second
Rocchio.
baseman, Brian Rocchio. He is struck out and he is walked. Ground ball left side. Muncy sends it to first. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. And that's
a
down
ball.
and away. That
Ball
one ran
inside.
inside, almost got him. Two down, nobody on.
That's ball 3.
Austin Hedges waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
And that's through there for a strike. Now he breaks his bat. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Guardians go down 1-2-3. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching for
We're
Cleveland,
back in a new pitcher
number
here to start the
52,
bottom of the 7th. Matt Festa.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the second
Leading
baseman,
off for the
Miguel
Dodgers,
Rojas.
second baseman Miguel Rojas.
Right through there for a strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Line drive, base hit, right center field. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Up next for the
Just a
Dodgers,
really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Now Dalton rushing. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Now maybe a 2-ball, 5, and he can't come up with it, and no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter Will Smith.
First and second, no outs. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Quan on the move, reaching for it, and brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
And now a very very big at bat for Kyle Tucker.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Foul ball there. The Dodgers trying to break this one open here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
King Tuck goes down on strikes.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot. 1 for 3. Pitch gets away. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. To third. And it gets by him. Coming home. He'll score, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Matt Festa gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Tim
Cleveland,
Herron takes
number
over on the
29.
mound.
Bringing in the lefty with a
Herron.
left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters in these spots, Freddie Freeman. Betts, the lead runner at second. Hernandez on at first with 2 down. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
To the right side, Rocchio. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and a new
number
arm on the mound to start the
49,
8th. Blake Trinan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Austin Hedges digs in for the Guardians.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Inside,
Meanwhile,
ball 1.
activity in the bullpen. Edgardo Henriquez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. That misses
that's
off the
just out.
outside edge. And now it's even up. Got him. 1 out.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder Angel Martinez.
And now Angel Martinez. He's 2 for 2. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, almost got him.
Let's go, Blake.
The 1-2. That one ripped. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder Steven
So back to the
Kwan.
top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Steven Kwan. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
That's outside.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Popped up. Rojas settles underneath it. And that'll do it. Guardians fail to score. They're down 5-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. On to the bottom of the 8th. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The
Ball
city,
1.
the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
And the 1-0. That's
Hey.
in there. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years.
Ball.
And that is out of play. Missed
Nope, that's
inside with
inside.
the curve. And that one hammered. High
Timeout.
bounce takes it
And
over the
Hosmer.
fence for an automatic
base.
double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's out.
Man at second. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That one well upstairs. And that's ball 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. the
That's
mark
ball
there.
3.
Full count now.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Rojas in the box now. Takes strike one. Rojas thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. Still one challenge left for them. One out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one way inside. Here's a 1-1. And that one almost got him. Now all even up. Fair ball. Here comes Pages around third. Runner from second crosses the plate.
Well done. Drives in the run. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
One out. Runner at second. Dalton rushing will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. On the ground right side. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated
Here comes the
hitter,
manager out of the
Will
dugout, and he'll make a
Smith.
move for the bullpen. Tim Herron out of the game, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Connor Brogdon.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Back to the top of the order now, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
2 outs with a runner at third. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Chases the changeup in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Dodgers with a run scoring double. Last chance coming up for the Guardians. Back here in LA, we go to the ninth. Chase DeLauder now at the plate. Fouled off left side. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That smash towards center. Pajes should have this one. Takes it in for the out. And there's two away.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Blake Trinan done for the night. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
So it's their last chance in this one. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder Daniel
Stepping
Schneemann.
up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Jack Dreyer looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Henriquez is just one strike away.
Outside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that just misses.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
So
That's
Watt
ball four.
puts runners at first
Up
and
next
second.
for Cleveland, second baseman Brian Rocchio.
First and second, 2 outs. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
2 on, 2 outs. That one lifted to left. And that'll do it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
6-1 is your final here today. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.